Hey there and welcome! Today we'll be sculpting Ekko from Arcane, the character that doesn't get nearly enough screen time until the very last act, when they finally do him justice. And we're starting off with blocking out the head. Once overall shape is done, I added the center line, the eye line, carved out space for his eyes, carved out some more, and inserted pre-baked eyeballs into place. Then just sculpted the basic facial features until it somewhat resembles our boy savior. And once I'm done poking his nostrils, I built out his eyebrow ridge to give him a bit more menacing expression, so he actually looks like he means business. For his hair, I squeezed out clay into thin tubes, braided them, and wrapped them around pieces of wire to create his dreadlocks. I then planted them into his head, bending and trimming them one by one. Once all his threads are in place, I added hair to his sides and carved out a couple of stripes. And finally adding some war paint to complete his head. I used a thin piece of plywood and some wire around it for the base of his vehicular flotation device. I then slapped on some clay and started adding a bunch of details. The steel wire that's sticking out of the board will be the base for Ekko's armature. Once the hoverboard was finished, I attached it to a wooden base, added clay-covered plywood, and patched it all up with more clay. Now with Ekko firmly in place, I began layering his entire armature with clay. For the pants, I decided to go with more of an in-game baggy style, which didn't turn out quite as cool as I imagined it. For his shirt, I attached a bunch of thin clay cutouts one at a time, smoothed them into a seamless piece, and then added some folds. And to protect our guy, we are giving him a bulletproof apron. Once we have extra wide belt wrapped around his waist, we are off to making his time loop device. With the Z drive strapped on, it is time to add his signature cool looking bandana. To prevent Ekko's sword from drooping, I once again used a thin piece of plywood as a base. After adding some details and carefully carving out a few circles, I coiled the cable around the handle, which was then wrapped over with another strip of clay. And with that done, it was time to sculpt my least favorite part, his hands. Adding some final touches to his gloves, and with that,